Why are you playing games?
I'm not going back to Haiti.
Well, you're wrong. He's going back to Haiti.
Come on.
I see on the show this morning you have Governor Healy talking about ICE doing enforcement operations at a church. False. Didn't happen.
They were parked there. They did not do an operation there. She said they were parked in a public space legally.
But to say that and to push that out there puts fear in the immigrant community. So let me tell you what's happening.
To do that puts fear in the community. Right. To park the ICE agent's vehicle
they're on a
near
public
a church.
Street.
They are on a public
street.
She said
they're on a public street,
sir.
waiting to respond to a criminal alien release pulled aside the road. Let me tell you, in the last couple of days, what's happened in Boston. They've arrested Victor Gomez-Perez, a 33-year-old criminal alien from Guatemala, with charges of aggravated rape, assault and battery with dangerous weapon, indecent assault and battery on a victim 14 years or younger. They arrested Kaylee Espinosa, a 33-year-old criminal alien from Colombia, with charges of aggravated assault on a pregnant victim. They arrested Joshua Gonzalez, a 23-year-old criminal alien from Dominican Republic, with charges for trafficking heroin, morphine, opium, resisting police, disorderly conduct, and drug distribution. They also arrested Samuel Armando Barrera, a 20-year-old criminal illegal alien from Guatemala, pending charges for assault and battery on a child. So Mayor Wu and Governor Healy, they ought to be calling ICE and thanking them for making their streets safer, for protecting their communities and taking these people off the street. They've turned a blind eye to this. They're sanctuary cities. Sanctuaries, cities and sanctuary states are sanctuaries for criminals. Give ICE access to the jail to arrest a bad guy in the jail rather than have to go in the community to find them. Because when you go in the community and find them, it puts ICE officers at greater risk. It puts the community at greater risk. It puts the alien at greater risk because anything can happen on a street arrest.
Damn! I said what I said!
Ooh. And like a hostage between Mika and Tom, you see the other anchor pop up for a second. Oh, no, take me off screen.
A few moments later.
The bottom line is, because of all this false narrative, and you using the term disappearing people,
well,
is
that's
disgusting.
What's happened. That happened to the group that was sent to El Salvador.
U.S. citizens get arrested every day. U.S. citizens get arrested by police every day. Are they being disappeared? No, their laws are being enforced. They're being arrested. They're being put in detention because they committed a criminal offense.
Not like what you're doing.
Not even close. We're enforcing the law and arresting people here in violation of law that are public safety threats. That's not disappearing people. That's enforcing the laws of this country and making this country safer.
Boom, bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow.
No, I'm not running a popularity contest, but you said, look, I love doing your show, but I love doing the haters because I come armed with facts. Again, I'm not looking for a popularity. I go there to shut down the false narrative, and that's what I did today with the Morning Joe, which they have absolutely no integrity. But I'm going to shut down the false narrative because the false narrative has caused an over 1,000% increase on the attacks at ICE, who put a gun in their hip every day to try to make this country safer, to take public safety threats off the street every day by the hundreds. So I love going on those shows because, again, they're not going to shut me down. I'm going to educate them, and I'm going to come with facts and to show the world their false narrative is nothing but a false narrative to attack the Trump administration. They hate Trump more than they love their community. They hate Trump more than they love the truth, and they show it and they prove it every day.
There was one exchange on Liberal Joe with Mika, and again, she's just dripping with contempt. And are you just making these people disappear? And then you just, off the top of your head, and you had a piece of paper with you, you just started naming and listing all of the people that your agents have arrested. Some of the worst of the worst. Off the top of your head, who are we talking about?
Look, I listed quickly 4 people that were arrested that were significant public safety threats, assaulting a pregnant woman. One was a sexual assault of a child under the age of 12. So, I carry data with me all the time. Every morning, Sean, on the way to the White House, I go through 20 pages of data to what happens in the last 24 hours. So I know what the men and women of ICE are doing. I'm not guessing. I'm not guessing on the percentages. When I say 70% of everybody they arrested is a criminal, that's based on data I read every morning. And the other 30% national security threats, those with final orders that became fugitives, gang members. So every morning I look at the data. So, you know, and I want to share that data with American people. President Trump has promised to be transparent, and that's what we're doing every day. But the left doesn't want to hear the truth. They're used to 4 years of no immigration enforcement. Now all of a sudden we're getting back to what we've done for the last 40 years, and they can't handle it. But we're going to keep doing it. They're not going to shut us down. They're not going to stop us. They're not going to slow us down. So they can argue and they can protest all they want and tell all the lies they want. We'll be out there tomorrow. We'll be out the day after tomorrow. We got over 1,000 teams on the streets across this nation, and we're
back.
I'm a legal immigrant living in America from the UK originally, and this is what I have to say about the current political situation that's going on and my stance on illegal immigrants and all the things they're getting from this current administration. I'm pissed off. I'm fucking pissed off. It took me the best part of 3 years to get here following the legal route. It cost thousands of dollars, and then when I got here, I think for the first 7 months I didn't have a social security number. That meant also I couldn't get a bank account, no driver's license, no health insurance, couldn't get anything. And yet I see these illegals coming in and they're getting promises of $150,000 to go towards a property. They get put in hotels for free. They get food stamps, so many things, and they're illegal. They're breaking the law and getting rewarded for it. I followed the law and it felt like I was being punished almost, but I accepted it. It is what it is. I don't agree with everything, but sometimes you just have to do what you got to do. If, in my case, if I wanted to be in America, which I did, and I do. But you know, another kicker with this, when I've seen, there's so many Democrats hosting these lives all the time, just talking the same old shit all the time, which just pisses me off. But when they're talking about, you know, nobody's illegal and keep the borders open and this, that, the other, and they are paying in, and this place was built on immigrants. I'm sure it was, but what's wrong with having legal ones? Like this, you don't want illegal people in your country. I had to do police checks, medical. They took blood samples off me, chest x-rays. I had to go through all my medical records with them. I had to have fingerprints done, so many things, probably loads of stuff I've even forgotten. And also when I got here, I wasn't able to work because I didn't get a social security number or a work permit, or wasn't able to get health insurance, wasn't able to get anything for about 7 months, something like that. And if I was to think, fuck it, because when I was back home, I worked remotely anyway, so I could have worked remotely from here and served a UK company, for example. But they said, if you do that and we catch you, we will deport you immediately and you'll get up to a 10-year ban from re-entering the States. So what the fuck is it with all these illegals? They're like, right this way, sir. And then they give them a golden handshake at the border. It fucking pisses me off. It pisses me off. And another thing that really pisses me off is the fact that when I've commented on some lives that these Democrats are hosting, and I've said, hey, you know, I'm someone who's here legally, and from a legal stance, this has been my experience, and it's really annoying about all these illegals. They say, you have no right to be here. You can't vote. You're not even from here. Fuck off back to your own country. It doesn't bother me. It's just stupid comments from stupid people. But aren't these the same people who bash Trump for saying he doesn't want illegal immigrants in here and he wants hard borders? And these are the ones saying no one's illegal. Let's keep borders open. Everyone's welcome. But they've just told me that I'm not welcome. Fucking hypocrites. I mean, can't reason with stupid. And you know what? Trump gets my vote every day of the week and twice on a Sunday. And if anyone doesn't like me for that, I don't give a fuck, because I would rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I'm not. So you know what? I wear this proudly, and Trump gets my vote. Trump 2024.
Hey, Daddy Trump, you want to take us the fuck out of here?
Come do this shit then. Look what the fuck do your house. Look what the fuck do your streets. Come get it, bitch.
Crying harder. Crying harder. Trump is your president. Crying harder. Crying harder. Trump is your president.
Lydia Dominguez, who's from El Paso and moved to Vegas about 5 years ago, is all in for Trump. I asked her why she thinks more and more Latinos are joining her.
Because they see what's happening with our economy. They know what the gas prices were, even in 2020. We weren't born yesterday. We recognize that all of the immigrants coming in through our border is not helping. It's causing crime. I grew up.
Hey everybody, it's Peggy D. How you doing? I'm out here in Columbus Circle, and I came out after they had a big protest today because Donald Trump is president. I'm standing in front of Trump International Hotel here at Columbus Circle, and so I came out afterwards because it was just too crowded out here before, and I would probably, get into something with these crazy people. These are the migrants or the illegals that don't want to leave. They want to stay here. They want to break our country. They just want to stay here and just live off of us. So, President Trump has said that there's going to be a mass deportation happening. So, so they're protesting. They've been protesting in other cities as well. So this is not the only one that the protest. This could be the second protest, I think. I'm not sure. But, yeah, so I'm out here in Columbus Circle. They had the fences and stuff up. Here we go. All the guardrails and stuff like that, all the way down here. And because I have a red hat on, I should wear my Trump hat, but I'll probably get attacked out here. It's so nasty. I've never seen anything like this before. People are just so nasty and so evil. They always talk about joy, but yet they really don't want joy. They want their way of life still. And that's really keeping people down and bringing the country down. But anyway, Peggy Dotson, News on the Street. I'm out here, 59th Street, Columbus Circle. They just finished a protest here, and I'm getting ready to go up and do something else. I have all of these white liberals looking at me like I'm fucking crazy. I could take a baseball bat to them. That's really one of the reasons why I'm really didn't want to come down here. It is these white liberals. It is unbelievable how racist they are. It's unbelievable how hateful they are. Unless they get their way, it is just crazy. It really is. And who's paying for this? I think the Biden administration, Harris administration is paying for it, and Hochul, possibly Soros. But these marches are being organized, and so far, we're not biting it. You're not fighting them or anything like that. So let them march peacefully until the National Guard gets their asses up out of here. Period. Peace.
Hello, my name's Eli Beauchamp. I'm a registered Democrat, and I have been a registered Democrat all my life. By now you might have heard that Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are running a joy campaign. Now, you know what would bring a lot of joy to my life? Lower prices at the gas pump, lower prices at the grocery store, affordable housing for my family, affordable housing for everyday Americans. But what did we get in return? A wide open border at our southern border. Millions of embedded illegal immigrants waltzing right into our country. They get food stamps, they get cash assistance, they get relocation and housing assistance. And what do everyday Americans get? We get kicked to the curb. Well, guess what? You might even think I'm a racist. But my wife is a legal immigrant. And so far, we have spent over $10,000 for her to be here legally. How dare you go and insult us by just allowing millions to waltz right in while we have done everything the right way? See? On November 5th, I'm going to cast my ballot with a lot of joy for Donald J. Trump. And yes, just like me, many other registered Democrats, independents, millions of Americans, we're going to be casting our ballot. But in my case, it's going to be motivated by anger. I'm angry.
But if you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay, too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.